Hello viewers, today we will discuss about XML processing. Every language have separate preprocessors. Application program identify the processors to transform the structure and content of that language. Since XML is also a language which consisted by separate structure and architecture. So XML needs preprocessing elements to preprocess applications, program and the documents consisted by XML. Right. We can define the XML preprocessing elements like this one. When an application program reads an XML document, it does something with it. This is called preprocessing XML. Rectangular bracket, question mark, XML, begin the preprocessing element of XML and end with this symbol, question mark, and closing angular bracket. These XML processing elements identify that the document is of XML type and always saved with file extension .xml, which means that the document which contains XML processing elements must be saved with file extension .xml. Therefore, any program that can read XML documents known as XML processor. Some examples of XML processors which include the validity checkers, web browsers, XML editors and archiving the systems. The most fundamental XML processor reads XML documents. यानी XML प्रोसेसर क्या करता है, तो ये रीड करता है हमारे XML डॉक्यूमेंट्स को और उसको फिर कन्वर्ट करता है इंटरनली उसके अंदर रखे हुए डेटा को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए थ्रू द प्रोग्राम और अ प्रोसीजर, सब रूटीन्स, राइट. अब बात आती है कि इसका जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो ट्री लाइक आर्किटेक्चर कैसा होता है. तो बिल्कुल ट्री की तरह से कंसिस्टेड होता है जिसमें रूट लेफ्ट देन राइट, अगेन लेफ्ट ऑफ राइट, similarly right of left and left of right. Structure of preprocessing elements. It consisted by two attributes, version and encoding. Version XML have unique version, which means that this XML language have only one version 1.0 and this version does not change with application to application. Since the XML document is applied for so many applications which transform the given data of XML file, but the version 1.0 is specified for all the applications. No need to change the version, which means that the version of this XML is fixed 1.0. It will not change. Encoding, this is the UTF-8 or 16. Here two formats, UTF-16 and UTF-8. UTF-8 was previous and UTF-16 latest. Encoding this attribute, the content of XML document globalize with language. We know that across the world various types of languages with some partial difference available. So the XML contents which is stored by the XML document, how it globalize. So to globalize them, this attribute helps, which specify the format, global format for any language where the XML document passed by the programming language. Now XML includes style sheets. We studied in previous chapters about the cascade style sheets. Cascade style sheet basically used in a website. It is a lightweight style sheet language consisted by style sheet commands which help us to design text and documents on the web page, right? Here with the XML, extensible style sheet language, XSL, especially provided by the XML to decorate formatting the documents of XML which contain information and data, which means that especially XSL is given by XML to transform the content stored inside the XML file by using a special format. And the document style semantic and specification language, which is known as DSSL. This is complex formatting language. It is very complex, consisted by both HTML and XML documents, which means that it supports both the HTML's tag attributes along with the XML also, right? The file also saved with file extension .xsl and inherit with the formatted file XSL. Transformation XML. It may sound like something out of science fiction. Transformation means the changement in structure. XML document contain their own structure, but the application which requires the data in their format show some specific types of program which requires subroutine functions and procedures which translate the data document of XML file into special format. This one is the example of XML document. Student example.xml. This file must be saved with file extension .xml. Begin with pre-processing elements XML version 1.0 encoding UTF-16. Students, this is the root element. This one is the child inside this student, and here the name also child and the student root, and this student contains the members name, role and same. Similarly, we can a single roots can contain more than one child's student. As like this we can define so many students and store name, role and semester. This file is an XML. You can view this file inside the web browser. Thank you viewers for watching my video.